building a deck, building, a patio, having the gazebo, just having somewhere to hang out, almost adding to your square footage of the house. I think that is a huge project. First of all, it is expensive to do, so your home buyers will want it to be done when they go, especially if it's done right. But I think that is the thing of 2025. What do you think is the most important aspect of a kitchen renovation?
The most important thing is that you personally love how it works for you. You can really splurge on little details that will make a big impact. So countertops is one. Beautiful, right? If you could do granite or, the quartz countertops are beautiful. We're spending money on your hardware, modernizing your hardware, putting something new. It's not a huge expense, but it really makes a difference and helps the kitchen sort of like shine or pop.
Welcome to the TNT Real Estate Podcast, where we spark conversations that set you up for real estate success. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Tanya. Each week, we bring you expert tips on navigating Northern Ontario's real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we've got the tools to help you thrive.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to talk to you about the top 5 projects that you can do in 2025 to increase the value of your house, especially if you're thinking of selling. So we have, 5 things that we're going to talk about. Most people know the first 1 or 2, but there are a couple that I think will surprise people in 2025.
Yeah, so I think we can start off with the basics, right, Tyler? We can start off with what everybody knows.
Yeah.
Kitchens and bathrooms are where you get the best bang for your buck.
Yeah.
So if you're up for doing a kitchen renovation, if you're a big cook, if you love to have people around your kitchen, it's probably one of the biggest impacts that you can have for value of your home. But you have to kind of understand that you're not always going to get like 100% of your return, right? Like if you're going to hire a contractor to do everything and put in high-end finishes, you might not realize 100% of your return right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it especially goes into like how much you're doing. Like if you're just changing cabinets, making everything look fresh, I think that can have, one price increase. But if you're doing if you're taking down walls, if you're building a 10-foot island with granite countertops from some random place in Brazil and it costs you $20,000, like that's going to have a total different cost and return as well. So I think it's very important to kind of keep the neighborhood in, like if you're putting $20,000 countertops in a location that is not, let's say Corsi Hill or something, you have to make sure that you're doing it, you're not over improving your house, right? That's right.
Okay, so bathrooms. We talked about bathrooms being sort of in with the kitchen and bathrooms. What are your thoughts on bathroom renovations? What should people do? Where should they put their money in terms of that renovation or project?
I personally love the trend of like the crazy tile floors or like the penny tiles or something. I think like a good flooring, heated floors especially, as like if you're going to do tile, I think that's a great value. Obviously, like a beautiful shower, as long as the house still has a bathtub somewhere in it.
I was going to say, so what is your thought on shower versus bathtub? Because that's one of the things that we struggle with, right?
Yeah.
Like people love the look of a nice modern open shower, beautiful glass tile, whatever you can do to make it lovely.
Yeah.
But then you have somebody with a family or little kids and they're like, well, wait a minute, what am I going to do with my kids? They need a tub, right?
Like 4 years ago, pre-kids, I would be like, shower, total shower, give me a nice big shower, 14 different shower heads, like that's all I want. Now, 3 kids later, we definitely need a bathtub, especially on the main floor. So I think if you're going to splurge and give yourself a beautiful shower with the rain head and everything, do it in the basement. You can make like a little oasis for yourself, but you do need to have a bathtub somewhere in the house.
For that resale value, you're going to eliminate people with children kind of right away if there's no bathtub on that main floor. Nobody wants to take a baby or a little toddler down to the basement, but an adult's happy to go down to the basement.
Absolutely.
Go for a nice time away from the family.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to kitchens for a sec.
Okay.
What do you think is the most important aspect of a kitchen renovation?
Oh my gosh. For me, the most important thing is that you personally love how it works for you, right? So we talk about that work triangle. That's one of the things too. Actually, I showed a house on the weekend. It was a new construction. It was one of those link homes, brand new built. And I pointed out to my clients, I was like, okay, so if you are big cooks, they're big Italians, right? And they typically do cook a lot. I thought like, okay, let's look at the work triangle here. The fridge was set way apart from the rest of the appliances. It was a little odd, and they kind of thought about it and thought it was maybe not going to work for them. But I think usually in a traditional layout, you've got that sort of nice work triangle with your sink, your stove, and whatnot. So that's important. I love drawers everywhere. So put as many drawers as you can. I know they're more expensive than just cabinet doors that open up, but it really makes a difference for functionality. A home buyer might not see those little differences. So you have to really want to enjoy that in order to put the money up front. But you can really splurge on little details that will make a big impact. So countertops is one. Beautiful, right? If you could do granite or, the quartz countertops are beautiful. We're spending money on your hardware, modernizing your hardware, putting something new. It's not a huge expense, but it really makes a difference and helps the kitchen sort of like shine or pop. Yeah.
So we redid our kitchen 2 years ago now, 2 summers ago. And I did not realize until we went through it how much money that you could spend on pulls.
Oh yeah.
So the gentleman that built our kitchen, we had like a package built in that you could do your own, or I guess he would order the pulls for you. And so it gives you a catalog and say, okay, we want these ones. Okay, those are $400 a pull. And I'm like, okay, never mind. Yeah, never mind. We might go back a little bit on that, but there was so many different types and so many different price ranges.
You don't need to spend that kind of money on pulls.
That's right. Yeah. So we love our kitchen. We did all the pulls, the pull out cabinets instead of the doors, and I would never ever go back to like it's just like so accessible.
Just
everything's
like
good.
Everything is drawers. Every pot drawer, every spice drawer, everything is drawers. Yeah. In our house. Yeah. I love it.
My wife got to pick like one thing that she really wanted and one thing I really wanted. So one of our cabinets is like our appliance cabinet. So you open the door, and I know for people that are listening, it might not sound. You open the door, and then you pull out the cabinet, and it comes counter height, and it like snaps up. So we have our blender, we have our toaster, everything. So it's taking counter space, but it's like accessible whenever we need it.
That is so cool.
That's a cool feature.
I need to see that. I haven't seen that yet.
Okay, next time you're over.
Back to bathrooms, though. One thing you mentioned, heated floors there.
Yes.
I think heated floors are a great thing to spend a little extra money on. And it's such a small square footage, too, with a bathroom that you can probably splurge on a few more elements there if you wanted to. Like you mentioned, having like a cool tile or like a fun sort of penny tile floor. You can really spend a lot more money on those types of things because it's such a small square footage. And if you're going to do a heated floor, just do it in the bathroom. Yep. You will love it. And when home buyers walk in and you've got the floors on, that's a really nice selling feature.
Absolutely.
Especially in the winter.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so we got the boring ones that everybody knows out of the way. We've got kitchens and bathrooms. What's next?
Next, it's a bit of controversy. I think we should bring the controversy up first.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I really feel that today's market, if you want to splurge and put in a pool and you're going to enjoy it, that's going to increase the value of your property for home buyers. I know before it wasn't a thing. Certainly pre-COVID, people in Sudbury and in Northern Ontario didn't really like pools. It was often a deterrent, I find.
Yeah, you can definitely add, $100,000 worth of pools and accessories and the deck that goes around it and not get that money back for sure, especially pre-COVID. Now that, our homes are our sanctuaries and we want, everything to be at home for us that we need. I think it's changing, but I disagree with you. I don't think it adds that much value. I am a pool guy and I want a house with a pool, but I don't think that it adds that much value. I think it should be on the list because you will get money out of it, especially if you have it for a couple of years. Like it will add value, but I don't think it's like a huge project that if you're thinking about selling your house this year or next year, don't add a pool to up your value.
No, but if you're going to enjoy it for the next 5 years with your family, put in the pool, spend the money now, and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Maybe an in-ground pool might be more of a deterrent for some people because first of all, it's tons more money to put that upgrade in, and then you definitely won't get a lot of it back. But an above-ground pool with a nice deck, you can always remove the pool down the road. Yeah. I think I agree. It would be a nice thing to have.
Absolutely.
Maybe not the best return on value. Yeah.
Okay, so we got kitchen, bathroom, we got the pool. We have...
What do you think is next?
Let's go backyard sanctuary. That's on my list. I think having a spot, kind of exactly what we're talking about with the pool, building a deck, building, a patio, having the gazebo, just having somewhere to hang out, almost adding to your square footage of the house. I think that is a huge project. First of all, it is expensive to do, so your home buyers will want it to be done when they go, especially if it's done right. But I think that is the thing of 2025.
Yeah. So I used to not really think it was worth spending a ton of money on your outdoor space because our summers and our living time outdoors is so short in the north. Yeah. But like you said, so especially post-COVID now, your home really is your sanctuary, and people want to have that sort of in and out sort of lifestyle. And when you do have a couple of months of really nice weather, if there's a space to spend outside with, people doing some barbecuing or anything, that you enjoy, splurge now, do the landscaping, put in the gazebo, put in the pizza oven.
Yeah, pizza oven.
do the sauna, and do the cold plunge. Have it all there in your own backyard.
Yeah. So we built the deck this year. It's about 800 square feet, so it's a good sized deck. Oh, nice. And we love it, especially even in the winter. We find ourselves we weren't sure if we were going to use it all winter, but I shovel it off. The kids have an area to play. We put the little propane fireplace out there, so heat it up.
Nice.
It is basically extra square footage. I love it. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
We kind of did the opposite. We have more of a patio space. We did a really big patio. I want to say it's 20 something by 20 something. I don't remember how big it is. Yeah. So it's all ground level, and then did the sort of not gazebo, but the pavilion on top of that. So we have sort of a covered outdoor space. But what I like about the patio feature is that it is just patio to your grass right away. There's nothing. Nobody's going to fall down
steps,
it.
Yeah.
No railings needed. And it just kind of, I feel like it increases that sort of square footage of kind of outdoor living space, kind of having it open between that. But I definitely think it's worthwhile spending money on your outdoor space, especially if you're going to enjoy it.
It's more comfortable when you're living there, and other people that are shopping for your house when you are selling it, they want the same thing. Yeah.
I think we do see a lot of buyers who will go to a home with maybe sort of a rundown deck or something that's just been, it's overdone its life expectancy. Yeah. That's a bit of a deterrent, I think, for most home buyers, because like you said, it's a pretty big expense and a big hassle to do construction like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so speaking of outside, number 4 on our list would be the garage.
Man cave. Or she cave.
I was gonna say there's another word. It's not a she cave. It's
there's a she shed.
She shed. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yes.
But get her a big one.
Yeah, get a garage.
Yeah,
get
she
a
doesn't need a
garage.
shed. She needs a garage. Obviously, we live in Sudbury, where wages are pretty high. People have the extra income to afford the toys and instead of having a little condo in the sky, you have space. You have accessibility to the wilderness. So you need toys. You need places for storage. You need, for me, Christmas decoration storage. We just need extra space.
Clark Griswold needs his storage.
Who doesn't like parking in a garage and not having to go outside to get in your car when it's minus 30?
Yeah. So a garage can be a huge expense to build brand new, though. I mean, people are spending $50,000, $80,000 to build a large detached garage. Mm-hmm. But one of those things that I would think it probably adds one of the most values to your property if you're going to spend the money and you have the space. Yeah. So many home buyers, like you say, have stuff and have toys or want to have those toys, or even just the ability to park their car in the garage in the winter. Mm-hmm. So it's a huge attraction for most home buyers.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be this quadruple bay garage with the loft on top. But a garage for storage, I think, would be perfect. I mean, if you wanted to get crazy and insulate it and heat it, you can do that. That adds value as well in certain areas. But just having a garage somewhere on the property, attached, detached, I think is huge. Most of my buyers will not even look at a house without a garage, especially in the upper price ranges. So I think it is extremely important.
Yeah, I think it's an important feature whether you're sort of outside the city center in one of the suburbs or if you're right in town. The ability to have a garage and have that space is so highly sought after. Yeah, it's definitely a huge value.
Okay, so we're done for what's next.
The final one is, I call it adding square footage, adding livable space to your home. But your focus is more the basement space, right?
Yeah.
Adding rec room space, adding space for family to hang out, another space to store things, throw things. Put your kids down there, get them out of your face. Yeah. Definitely adding square footage is always a bonus. So if you have a home with an unfinished basement and you have enough ceiling height to make it something lovely, that's definitely going to be a huge return.
Or if you have old, dark wood panel walls, it's time to brighten those up. Rip those off, get some drywall, slap it up, finish it, make the space nice, livable. I mean, most people throughout COVID, that was their little projects anyways, to be able to do that at an office space because everybody was working from home. But to have space, to have, extra space for family gatherings, have the kids down there when the adults are upstairs, whatever it is, I think it's huge. I think even, have a pool table down there, have a ping pong table, have something. But I think just livable space, I think it's on the list for 2025 for sure.
Yeah, so you can add livable space to your basement, increasing that livable square footage in your home.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tyler, what if you only had space for either a rec room or a bedroom in the basement? What would you choose to do?
There's no bedrooms in the basement already?
No bedrooms in the basement.
If there's no bedrooms, how many bedrooms are on the
Let's say
main
you have
floor?
three
But
upstairs.
three upstairs.
You have plenty upstairs.
Plenty upstairs. You're going downstairs. I would honestly do both.
You just make
I know that's a cop out.
Yeah.
I would do. I mean, a bedroom in the basement, especially an extra one. Because I'm in the family stage of life. I think it's important to have like a bedroom away from, up the main floor. So I would split it, depending on the size. I would have definitely a bedroom, but the rest of it would be rec room.
Okay, so majority rec room, maybe a small bedroom.
Absolutely,
to put the visitors or the in-laws or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's I think if it was 2 bedrooms up, then I would say definitely a bedroom downstairs would have a higher priority. But if you've got 3 up, maybe you don't necessarily need to.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you said, the rec room space is so important to have another space to, even like with little kids too, right? Like you have as the toy room and all the stuff, and keep it out of the main living space.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I think those are 5 good ones.
Awesome. I think those are 5 great things that you can do this year, 2025.
Yeah.
To increase the value of your home.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again.
Thanks for tuning in to the TNT Podcast. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment, and share with others.
We'll catch you next time. And until then, stay ahead in real estate.